beautiful Sierras here, and we wanted to show you some things today. A little bit overcast, but it's still beautiful. We have a beautiful fall day, so
Penny,
we have a little assistant, and she's going to show you some special things that are grown around here. So let's pick this up. What is this?
Lodgepole pine.
Lodgepole pine. What's this?
Jeffrey pine.
Okay.
Bigger brush.
And?
Sagebrush.
So today we're going to talk about the medicine that grows all around us, because no matter where you are in the world, there's medicine for you out there. And this is a perfect example. We're between the mountainous wood range, and we have also desert shrubs around here, so it's a mix. And we were so surprised to see many medicinal plants growing here wherever you look. It's just jumping out of the ground. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Thanks, Penny. You did well.
You're welcome.
All right. You want to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
All right. See you in a minute. So, Evelyn, why don't you tell them about the lodgepole pine? Pinus contata.
Yes.
Here.
Thank you.
Why don't you hold it?
Why don't I hold the Pinus
All right.
contorta?
She's going to explain to you now about the lodgepole pine.
Yes, Native Americans used the resin of the lodgepole pine as a natural antiseptic for wounds and skin conditions, and a waterproof adhesive. The pine needles are filled with vitamin C and are great for teas. That's what they use them for. The inner bark was also used for emergency sources so that they could survive through those incredibly harsh conditions.
Next up, we got the Jeffrey pine, Pinus Jeffrey. The same that you just heard about lodgepole applies to the Jeffrey pine. Needles high in vitamin C. The resin has been used. While the lodgepole pine has its name because the pioneers would make lodges or cabins with those, the Jeffrey pine, I'm not sure they made anything with it, but again, it's very medicinal, high in vitamin C. Something that's unique to the Jeffrey pine is that you can take the resin and chew it like gum. So you would take a hard piece of resin and chew it up, and you can spittle out whatever is too intense, but then over time it really does taste like gum. Resin is very potent. You will notice that your sinuses all clear up.
Also, something else that was kind of interesting is that the taste varied from the different times we took it. When it was harder, it tasted more like vanilla, and when it was softer, more like bubblegum actually.
Yeah, it was interesting. Our first experience with resin. Next up.
Antelope bitter brush. What's the Latin name for that?
Kochia tridentata.
Very nice.
So tridentatus is for the trident leaves. If you look closely, it has 3 prongs right at the end. And the same goes actually for sagebrush. It's called Artemisia tridentata. It's in the genus the Artemisia, and right at the end you see those 3 prongs. So what can you tell us about the antelope bitter brush?
So the leaves and the stems were often used for tonics and teas for colds. The root was for respiratory congestion, lungs, and
To say lung.
respiratory congestion in the lungs. Bitter brush was also used for external washes as an antiseptic treatment. So it's a pretty interesting, well-rounded plant. Doesn't smell like very much. The sage does.
Which is going to be the next plant. Yes. So it's called sagebrush. However, it's not the sage that you buy in the store. It's called that because it has a very intense scent. So when you rub it between your fingers, you can smell the sage scent. Sagebrush is a very potent medicinal plant. The leaves were infused and made into a tea. Nowadays, a lot of people wouldn't be able to take it. It's a very strong flavor. It's supposed to be really powerful with cold and fevers, however. But if you don't want to take it internally, you can take the sagebrush, put it in a bowl, pour some hot water of it, and do a steam inhalation. So that way you still get all the benefits of releasing the congestion, but you don't have to drink it, because it's, I heard, very bitter and just very unpleasant to drink. I heard that the seeds were ground into a nutritious flour, so they probably make bread and cake with it.
Yeah.
While we're here, we've seen a lot of ground squirrels come around and eat antelope brush, the sagebrush, and pick up the seeds and eat them, so it's an important food for them. In fact, bitterbrush is known for grazing animals. We have a family of deers here that would come by and they would eat it. In fact, we had different visitors as well.
Yes, the sheep.
The sheep.
The sheep.
We looked out and we were surrounded by sheep.
Just imagine you stumbling out the door in the morning and then you see a little bah.
Yes, and
Little
they
sheep come
love
by.
the bitterbrush. I had no idea. So coming back to the sagebrush quick, it was also a way of seasoning food. We haven't done it ourselves yet. If any one of you guys have ever tried it, leave a comment below. I'd like to know about that. And that pretty much wraps it up. So as you can see, just right around us, we're surrounded by these 4 plants, and they're all medicine. They were all emergency food. They basically helped natives get through the harsh winter. It can get pretty snowy and cold around here, and I find that extremely fascinating. Yes, so I hope you enjoyed that, and let's move on to the next part. Shall we?
Yes, we shall. As you may know, we sell our own botanical self-care. So today I thought it would be a great opportunity to show you how to make a simple hair oil that you can make at home. So let's go get into it. So here's how we make our infamous Jeffrey Pine hair oil. So first you take your Jeffrey Pine. I'm using a fresh one. You can also let it sit for a couple days if you want it to be a little more dry. First you cut the pine into little pieces so that it's easier to mash up. Just like that. And it should be enough. And now I'm gonna scoop that up right into there. Next, I'm going to be adding some rose petals. They are optional, you don't have to, but we do like having that in our oils because it makes it smell divine. And next, I'm going to add a cinnamon stick, another optional thing. And now I'm gonna mash it up. Gotta hold it. It releases the compounds when you smash it. So make sure you get it nice and good. There. So now that it's all mashed up, I'm going to pour it into the container. And now we're going to be adding some grapeseed oil. You can also use olive oil if you want, but we prefer grapeseed oil because it's a little bit lighter. Olive oil is good for styling though, and if you want a little extra moisture. Now I'm going to mix it. And gonna make sure that all the plants are mixed in, nothing sinks to the bottom. And there we go. Looks quite nice. And now I can seal it. And you should let it sit for
2 to 4 weeks.
2 to 4 weeks. Yes. After 2 to 4 weeks, you're ready to strain it. So now we're going to show you how to do that. So first we take a container and we put a funnel in it, and then we put a cheesecloth over that. Then you take your mixture and you pour it into the center, just like this. Be careful. Just like that. And there you have it, tiny infused oil. And then you're ready to use it at home.
All right, you want to put the cap on?
Ah, smells nice.
Can you smell the pine?
Yes. And
So in this case, it was a pine oil with rose and cinnamon. Beautiful.
then you just take a little and put on your hair.
That pretty much wraps it up for today. Hope you had a good time with us. and we're looking forward to seeing you next time. Please like and subscribe.
Yes, and check out our self-care in the description. And also, don't forget to stay positive, be bold, and own your health.